Oh. Nice. All right, but I'm gonna start this class. And then. All right, well, I'm just gonna do this one without music. So just because I feel like it might be better for audio. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and start by tuning in. I'm probably gonna move a little bit just right before because I was sitting for a while and then, yeah, jumped into this. So we'll take a deep inhale here. Deep exhale. And then inhale, Lak Mula Bandha. We'll just start by tuning in. Aham Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale. Aham Namo Guru Dev Namo. Last one. Aham Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale, reach the palms above the head. Really feel through the rib cage. And then exhale, bring the palms down toward the mat. Feel free to take a couple of Sufi grinds here with the chest over toward the right. And then inhale back up. So just tapping into the basics of the breath. Every time we're taking a deep inhalation and exhalation, we're creating more nitric oxide. The nitric oxide helps to dilate the blood vessels, and it works in tandem with our nervous system just to be able to aid in cellular repair and support our cellular function. And then some other basics are just the directions that the energy can go in the body. So as we're sitting here with the sit bones toward the earth, it's called apana vayu, where vayu means vital wind of the body. And so all we're doing in the pranayama practice is directing the vital winds. So the first one to remember is apana vayu, which is just this elimination energy. It's anything on the earth, like malasana, doing this. Last two breaths here. So we'll start with the 4 dimensions of the breath. So sit all the way up tall. And then on the exhale, bring the chin toward the chest. So you're going to pause and then inhale. The exhale is the first dimension of the breath. And then you're going to pause. That's the second dimension of the breath. Pull the belly button back, inhale. You'll feel a cooling effect in the nostrils and then exhale. So the cooling effect is the third dimension. And then the heating effect that we practice in Breath of Fire is the fourth dimension. We'll go ahead and make it onto our hands and our knees now. You can sway through the hips. Take a deep inhale for cow posture. Drop the belly, lift the chest. And you can curl the toes under, or you can keep the top of the foot flat to the earth. Round the spine. Pull the belly button back. Inhale. Lift the belly. Or I'm sorry, lift the chest, drop the belly. And then exhale, round the spine. Pull the belly button back. Really let the head and neck release. Inhale. Exhale. Just notice if the breath gets caught in the chest at all. You want to bring it, make it a habit to bring the breath down toward the feet, toward the tops of the feet, the pelvic floor. We're going to keep it rounded here for Samana Vayu. Samana Vayu is the stomach. So you're pulling the belly button back. The wind goes around the belly. So you're just taking the belly button's pulled back, but you're taking the belly and drawing a circle counterclockwise with the belly. Squeeze here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. This is the first part of the feminine arc. So when we're moving our energy to transmute it for our creations, and we're not just like spurting it out, which I'm not judging. I'm saying it's okay if you spurt it out. But if you really want to hone in that energy and use it and its potency, you're squeezing behind the belly button. And you're squeezing the base of the pelvic floor a little bit harder than you normally would, and Ashwini Mudra, which is the anal sphincter squeezing. And that's not, in our culture, it's like the anal sphincter is kind of a strange thing to cue. It's not something we normally cue. But in the yoga culture, Tantra yoga, they actually named their children like Ashwini. I know this guy at IT named Ashwini after that mudra, which essentially means base mudra, the most base part of the body. So you're gonna squeeze and do Breath of Fire here with a little pelvic tuck. So like it goes like this. On the inhale, the tailbone goes neutral. And then on the exhale, you're squeezing the belly button and the pubic bone. So it's like this. You see, I'm not going like this. So what that's going to do is dump the energy out. That's a different technique. But that's not what we're doing here. We're squeezing and pulling the energy away from the wrist. And if it ever gets to be too much, you can come onto the fists. And then we're releasing back to neutral. So take a deep inhalation here. Deep exhalation, squeeze. Very good. Breath of Fire for 30. Find a dristi. This is a point, a gazeless gaze, a point that you're staring at, but you're keeping a focus on moving that energy from the sacral chakra to the back of the heart here. Or if you just want to become aware of it here. You don't have to move the energy, but just become aware of it here. 10 more. Awesome job, yogis. Go ahead and bring the hips up. You can draw a circle now. Feel free to keep Mula Bandha locked. Unless you're on your moon cycle, keep Mula Bandha locked, but you can, protrude the posterior and just allow the hips to circle. We'll take a deep inhale and reach this left palm all the way up. And then exhale, bring it down toward this right side and move the hips down. So inhale, reach it all the way up. This is for the intercostals that we're using quite a bit in pranayama. Exhale, bring it, the hips back and the left palm down. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Really feel through this left side. 4 more like this. Very good. Keep this left palm over toward the right. This is Vyana Vayu. It's a distribution of energy through the limbs. I would say triangle pose. That's a really good one for Vyana Vayu, to direct the energy through the limbs. Go ahead and bring it back to quadruped. Take a deep inhalation here, neutral spine. Exhale, do that pelvic tuck with the pubic bone and belly button. Very good. Breath of fire for 30. Really picture this energy as an orange energy right behind the belly button, and it's mixing with the green energy of the heart, and it's just meeting in the center, right behind the rib cage, right where Mona pointed out, those muscles of the diaphragm meet the spine, and the heart meets the diaphragm. 10 more here. This time you're going to squeeze in, squeeze, 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 and then circle through the back of the rib cage. Keep the squeeze here. Squeeze the belly button toward the spine. Whew. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And this is why the yogis always like say that you need to have like a practitioner or something that is overseeing your breathing, because if you don't know what's going on with your nervous system, and let's say here you start to really feel the energy move up toward the back of the head, you have a lot of cerebral spinal fluid moving through the body, and some women do. Very good. Go ahead and come to neutral. Raise the right palm up toward the ceiling. And then exhale this right palm toward the left side. Move the hips back. Very good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So typically we have those, sort of more wild Kundalini awakenings when we're in our 30s, like right when we turn 30. So from, I think it's age 29 to 32, according to Barbara Marciniak. And then it's again at 65. So 59 to 65. Last one here. Awesome job. Go ahead and pause with this right palm toward the left. Take a deep inhale toward those intercostals. Deep exhale. Very good. Go ahead and go into downward facing dog. So curl the toes under, lift the hips up, root the heels down toward the earth, and press the back of the rib cage here. Ujjayi breath. That's the ocean-like sound. So you're dragging the air across the back of the throat. And this is really the standard breath. Last one, a downward facing dog. Very good. Walk the feet forward for Uttanasana. Halfway lift on the inhale. And then exhale, fold in. Last breath here. Awesome job. Go ahead and bring the palms down, the knees down, shift onto the booty. You're going to find a comfortable seat, your favorite seated position. And you guys know the breath of fire. I know some of you know it very well. So we're going to work our way up. We're going to start at 1 minute, and then we'll work our way to 2 minutes, and then we'll work our way to 3. So this is very intense. I hope I'm ready for it here. And when you're teaching it tomorrow, you don't have to do the whole time. So I'm going to show you that I'm not going to do it the whole time, but I'll be cueing it. So take a deep inhalation here. Deep exhalation, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Very good. Breath of fire. So if you were the teacher, you would be watching your class at this point. If you needed to take a break, you would take a break. But you want to make sure that you're in a good faculty to watch the class. Some people will start like literally shaking during this, and you'll be able to visibly see it. That's a sign that they're working through some blockage in their nervous system. I feel like I didn't teach to this enough in the last training that I had. But since then, I've found so many people have had the nervous system side effects during the class. So I'm going to speak of it when I think of it. 15 more seconds, yogis. Squeeze Mula Bandha. Very good. Get ready to take it in and hold. Inhale. Hold. Bring the chin toward the chest. Hold. Lock Mula Bandha. Keep the hold. It's a 10-second hold. 5 seconds left. Very good. Release. We're just going to rest for 15 seconds. Hold the energy and squeeze Mula Bandha and bring the chin toward the chest. This is how you keep it circulating during the integration period. Take a deep inhalation here. Deep exhale. Breath of fire. So the signs are that you would become dizzy or lightheaded. That's when you know that you kind of need to just stop and do the Ujjayi breath. When you're teaching, you want to like look at each person in the room and just make sure that they're aligned. Most people will be good for the first 2 minutes, but it's when you go on 3 minutes, it's like, some folks might have menopause, they have to pause, they have to lay down, which is a great sign. They're listening to their body. So start to send the energy from the sacral chakra up the back of the spine. You're just imagining this energy that you're holding at the base of the pelvic floor, pulsating up toward the heart. We're halfway there. Now, as you're pulsating it toward the heart, it's starting to well in the heart, and you're going to imagine it going toward the back of the head, toward the crown. Any way that it should go to the crown, or that you picture it going to the crown. If your heart feels like it needs more energy, transfer that sacral chakra energy up to the heart energy. You'll feel it in your own energy system where the energy starts to pool. I tend to have a lot in my sacral chakra, so I always send it to my heart. Sometimes it gets stuck in the fire energy of the third, so we balance it out here by sending it up, imagining green, imagining air, imagining abundance toward the heart. 10 more seconds. Very good. Hold on the inhale. Hold, hold, hold. Keep the chin toward the chest. Hold the energy in the body here. And release it. Ujjayi breath, where you could do the cannon breath where you inhale through the nose and then exhale through the mouth with an O, like you're blowing out a candle. 30 more seconds of the rest. Ujjayi breath is really the most calming for the nervous system. The Ujjayi breath increases the capacity for the nervous system to hold energy. So the more you can do Ujjayi breath, the better. For me, that's like the default breath. Prepare for the last round here. Take a deep inhalation, deep exhalation. Very good. Breath of fire, Lak Mula Bandha. So the way that I like to cue this is I cue you at the halfway, which is really a minute and a half. A minute and a half, you could do anything. So if you want to take a break at the minute and a half, you can. If it feels good, which from what I can see, y'all seem good, but I'm not there in person. So if you find yourself with the chest breath, you want to bring it toward the base of the pelvic floor, go slow, but continue on with the breath of fire. Squeeze Mula Bandha. The diaphragm is pulsating in and out. The diaphragm goes in and out. And just imagine that feminine arc. Your energy is cleansing. You're bringing it toward the third eye. And we're just sending the energy up right now. Everything is going up toward the third eye. It's filtering through the heart. All the wisdom energy, all of the knowledge that you have is being just sort of like honored right now with this breath. We're at the halfway point now. And if you need to slow it down, bring the energy down. If you feel too many thoughts coming up, bring the energy back down to the heart and down to that sacral and root chakra. Feel through the feet. Really notice the glutes toward the earth and the bones of the body, holding the body up, sitting as tall as possible. In the breath where time becomes very relative. You might feel time speed up, you might feel it slow down. Just really notice what you're feeling without any judgment. It's just whatever you're experiencing in this 30 more seconds, yogis. Very good. Take a deep inhalation here. Hold. This is Udana Vayu. The energy is circulating through the head. Exhale out. Udana Vayu is the energy circulating through the head. So you want to imagine this energy swirling down and then toward the belly, like there's an arc wheel in the belly for Samana Vayu. It can go clockwise or counterclockwise for 30 more seconds. Sometimes you feel the liquid in the ear, like the ears kind of pop because your body is finding its center, because we're bringing more light into the body. From a physiological level, it's more oxygen, more nitric oxide. If you feel that you need more rest, feel free to take 30 more seconds. We're going to take the cooling breath now. So you're going to curl the sides of the tongue, and it's like you're slurping in through the inhale like this, and then closing the mouth, and then pressing out on the exhale through the nose. So the inhale, and then closing the mouth, exhale. So slurp it down toward the belly. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. So the drishti actually is a closed eye, and both eyes go toward the center like a cross eye. If you want to do it with your eyes open, you look toward the tip of the nose. But like, obviously when you have a class, you want to see where everybody's at. So this one helps cool road rage, cool immediate rage. It's really good after, you've had a long swim or you've worked out for a while and heated the body. Ooh, tired. Last one. Then you're going to do it through the teeth. So on the inhale, it's through the teeth, like close the mouth through the nose. So inhale, close the mouth. This is also cooling. Inhale, 4 dimensions of the breath. The first is the exhale. So you're really acknowledging that punctuation with the belly button toward the spine. The emptying is super important. This makes room for the nervous system to recalibrate. Four more here. Inhale. Last one. Go ahead and rest. Feel free to roll through the shoulders, right to left. You can roll through the neck, left to right. This wave is the gamma wave that we're listening to. This is like what you want to be listening to when you're studying, or like even if you're meditating. It's really all about the insight, the peak experiences, and the synchronization of brain waves. So as we link our brain hemispheres through Nadi Shodhana, which I'm going to be doing after this, this is a great one to do. It's called the lightning breath. So take a deep inhalation for 8. So inhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then inhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Really empty out. 2, 1. Keep the exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. I'm going to stop keeping now. This is 8. Very good. Exhale. And that's 8. So I'm cueing the end of the exhale with 8. Keep exhaling. Very good. Inhale. Keep the inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Keep the exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Keep the inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Four, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Four, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Four, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Make sure you're bringing this breath toward the base of the belly. Four, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Four, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Inhale. Four, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Four, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Ujjayi breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This is breath for clear mind. So inhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 1, 2. Exhale for 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the exhale for 1, 2. Inhale for 6. This is a continuous inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the inhale. 1, 2. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. This is for alertness, concentration, thinking. If you're about to study, exhale. Sorry, are we on the exhale? Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Really extend that exhale. Hold the exhale for 1, 2. Inhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the exhale. 1, 2. Inhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the exhale. 1, 2. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Very good. Inhale. Very good. Exhale. So this one's alpha creative flow, and this is just like the Wim Hof breathing technique. So you'll see it a lot when people do cold plunges, or like, I don't know, I don't really do the Wim Hof stuff all the time, but he moves very dynamically. So we're going to do kind of the same thing. So take a deep inhalation here through the nose, and you're kind of building, 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 and then exhale. It's like you're blowing out and pushing energy down. So you can use fists, you can push down through the hands, or even just like press down through the hands like this, whatever feels good. But it's inhale for 4, exhale for 4, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So it feels just like this, except you inhale for 4, and then you exhale. It's like 2 staccato exhales. Like, so if you become dizzy, you want to just do Ujjayi, or, take it slow. But this really helps to clear the mind for thinking. So I have to keep it dristy. It's hard for me to watch you while I'm doing this, but you go inhale for 4, and then exhale. Inhale for 4, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more minute. Inhale, 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 exhale, inhale, exhale. 30 more seconds. Inhale, 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 inhale. Awesome job. Wim Hof calls it the iceberg technique because it breaks through the unconscious and it brings it up toward the light. Like it literally lifts your energy. So you want to ground the energy down. And with the feminine arc, if you really want more creative energy, you're inciting this energy behind the belly button on your exhales and sending it up the back of the spine toward the third eye, real slow. Really imagine that trajectory all the way up the spine toward the heart. It's like mixing with the heart energy, mixing with the throat energy, cleansing through the back, up toward the back bindu, up toward the front, like right in the center of the forehead. And then it circles back down. And then inhale, it's touching upon all of the feminine energy centers. And then exhale, it cascades down. And just observe the thoughts. If it's like a little too much, that's okay. It's a lot of information. The breath itself is enough. Feminine arc is a very important one. If you're in your maiden years, this is really good to harness your creative energy for whatever you want to make manifest as you move toward what the yogis call the Kundalini rising years, which is the heart chakra years, age 28 to I think it's 32. These next ones are really inciting of relaxing energy. So this is the Akashic Access. So I'm going to play that one for you. It's a theta wave. This is one's my favorite for Yoga Nidra, which we learn kind of down the line in the third module. But it's called yogic sleep, where our nervous system is completely in repair. And this is what helped me, along with EDMR, to basically heal of my subconscious traumas. So if you want to take a mudra, I have heart mudra. This is the pinky. Whatever, we're going to get into that module too, but like basically whatever feels good for your fingertips. I don't know how to share. If you guys hear the music, I don't know how to share the screen. It like didn't put the screen up for some reason. And I think it's because I'm sharing the music. That's okay. So Akashic Access Records is a theta brainwave state. This is what Edgar Casey channeled, and it's a very relaxed state. So we're just going to start off with Ujjayi breath. We went through the gamma, the beta, and the alpha waves, really active breathing, super active breathing. This is a little less active. So inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. It's a longer hold. And then exhale for 4. Through the nose, additional 4. And then inhale. Hold. Squeeze Mula Bandha. Exhale. Hold the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keep the hold. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Regular Ujjayi now. Feel free to take Bhavisvakonasana, which is the wide-legged forward fold. You can kind of rest here. If you even want to take pigeon, if you want to get into your hips, whatever feels good, but this is for the delta sleeping state. So this is like right before bed, a restorative breath. So it's actually a long hold and then a long exhale and then a shorter hold to the inhale. So inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale. Keep that exhale. It's a longer period of time. Try to press that exhale out. 3 more seconds. Very good. Inhale. Exhale. Keep that exhale. Press the exhale out. Inhale. Exhale. Keep that exhale. Press it out. Inhale. Exhale. Keep that exhale. Press it out. Hard to hold the exhale. You're pulling the belly button back, but this is really where you start to really cleanse the lower chakras, and it represents the unconscious. Inhale. Very good. Exhale. Press that exhale. It's an extra long time. Inhale. Exhale. Press that exhale. Keep pressing. Six more seconds. Very good. Inhale. Exhale. Press it out. Five more seconds. Very good. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Press it out. This is a great one to do during a yin class. Good. Inhale. Awesome job, yogis. Feel free to take whatever position feels good. I have two 90-degree angles with my legs, and we're going to activate the parasympathetic response. So you're just going to plug this right nostril first, and we're only breathing through the left nostril. So take a deep inhalation here. And this is a great one for all of you who work, well, all of us work with people, but I feel like it was Sintashe that said that she had her master's in social work. So this is a great one for if you're seated face to face with someone. So you're only inhaling and exhaling through the left. And this enhances what we just did. Left side, Ida, as you all know, supports deep restoration and enhances that theta wave production. Last one on the left side. You're going to keep that right nostril plugged, and we're going to do breath of fire only through the left like this. Yes, it is like snot rockets, I know, but basically it clears our entire left side so that the parasympathetic response occurs and that we start to really relax for deep restoration. Just notice the difference when you have this right side plugged. It's a very different sensation. You can take it easier. You don't have to really force the breath. Just allow it to naturally passive inhale, forceful exhale. Awesome job. Go ahead and release it. Breathe through both. Exhale through the mouth. Plug the left nostril now. Inhale through the right. Exhale. So this is very different. This is more for mental clarity. This is for focusing. This is really good if you're going to begin a coaching session or a therapy session or something like that. It's really inciting the beta wave state. So when we hold it for that amount of time and then release it in the beta wave ratios, which were 6-2-6-2. So you're inhaling for 6, or holding it, and then exhaling for 6, and then holding it. Those specific ratios for this right side just help the mind to basically become clear and active so that we can focus. So as we're moving our energy in the feminine arc, we're focusing our energy from the sacral to the heart to the head. It's a focused moving of energy. So it's not just sort of this haphazard thing. You're intentionally moving the energy of the sacral when you're breathing in. Imagine it pooling and you're hooking it almost. And then with that exhale, it's leveraging up the spine, up the heart, up toward the crown of the head. To really incite your cyclic faculties. Last inhale and exhale. Very good. Breath of fire. Good job. Go ahead and release the left side. Ooh, really feel through both. When we do Nadi Shodhana, it's balancing that both hemispheres, and it's the alpha theta bridge. So you're bringing it into that alertness and then rest, but it enhances our neural integration, creating those new pathways, making the dark light, the unconscious come to light. It's very powerful breath. So go ahead and use your ring finger and your thumb. And then we'll first start with the left side. So you use your thumb to plug the right, inhale the left, exhale out completely. Inhale, hold, plug the left, exhale the right. Inhale through the right. Sorry, I just gotta take a drink. Hold, plug, and then exhale through the left. Inhale, exhale, inhale, hold, plug the left, exhale the right. Inhale, hold, and then plug the right, exhale the left. So you know the one thing that the yogis inhale, exhale, and then inhale, hold. The yogis really observe the ebbs and the flows of the moon. Plug the left, exhale the right. So we're just coming off the full moon into the void. Inhale. Press the right, exhale the left, which is where I feel these practices kind of are. They're in the void. Well, they're becoming more and more popular, but they've been hidden for a long time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale through the left. Plug the left, hold, exhale the right. And so the Kama Sutras is just one part of one book. Inhale, exhale, hold the right, plug the right, exhale the left. But that Kumbhustra breath is super powerful for retention. Exhale, hold the left, plug the left, exhale the right. Inhale, exhale, inhale, full inhale, plug the right, exhale the left. Last one. Inhale, exhale, hold this left on the inhale, plug the left, exhale the right. Now both are going to release. Inhale. Just check in with how you're feeling. There's different ways to measure the results. You can do heart rate variability. You can just notice your consciousness expand, notice your eye position. If sound is a little bit more sensitive, or if you feel dizzy or lightheaded. So if you feel good sitting up, you can stay seated up. If you want to lay down, vertebrae by vertebrae, you're going to go ahead and lay down for the Soma breath. So just relax the back of the head. You're probably going to sleep really well, especially when we're doing the ratio breath. This is called the Soma chakra breath. So this is the focus on the pituitary and pineal. So first we'll bring the energy down toward the feet, especially if you're laying down. And then inhale, you're going to hold the inhale. This is quite some time that we hold the inhale. So just take your time with filling through the low belly, filling through the bottom of the rib cage, the lungs, up to the collarbones, up to the third eye. Imagine that third ventricle. Just imagine all of those thoughts and detaching from the thoughts. It's such a long hold for this one. And then exhale. Keep that exhale. Very good. And then inhale. It's a long inhale. Keep that inhale, fill all the way up. Soma chakra is in between the 6th and the 7th chakra, and it's the chakra of discernment. So that's what you're tapping into here. Exhale. Keep that exhale. Now inhale, Mula Bandha's lock. Remember, this is a longer inhale. So really start to notice discernment in your body. You're going to become more cyclically aware. We're bringing in much more oxygen for such a longer period of time to your ribs, to your intercostals, to your powerhouse. Exhale. Keep that exhale. Inhale, hold. So you're not holding the breath. You're still taking in more breath this entire time. Still taking in more breath for Soma chakra breath, enhanced intuition, enhanced spiritual connection, enhanced discernment, being able to see through things. It is powerful. Exhale. Hold that exhale. Enjoy that exhale. Inhale. Keep that inhale. Very good. Exhale. Keep that exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep that exhale. Inhale. This is the last round. Awesome work, yogis. Ujjayi breath. So this one taps into the heart space now. The heart space related to the diaphragm. Remember the diagram where we see the heart completely connected through the fascial system to the diaphragm. So you're going to inhale and fill the belly, fill the lungs, fill the chest, 3-part breath. You're really filling. The bottom of the lung, you're expanding the belly's puffed out. Good, exhale. This is actually an even amount of inhales and exhales, which is considered Samriti breath or the box breath, but for 8 instead of 4. Inhale. There's so many different breaths, y'all. You can combine these in any way. You can do your own ratios, but they have to be consistent. Exhale for a set period of time. So for most of these, I'm doing 6 minutes each because we have so many. Keep that exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Sorry, that wasn't an even amount. It's okay. We'll do it on the next one. Exhale. Keep that exhale, even amount. Inhale. This is prana kriya, but it's really good for the root chakra because it's even, it's stable, it's the same amount of breaths. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now this is the last one called Shakti breath. So it's 4, 8, 4, 4. So inhale for 4. Hold. Exhale. Keep that exhale. Inhale. Top of that inhale. Exhale. Bottom of the exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold the exhale. So when we say hold the exhale, it's all out. Inhale, where it's all in, and then you're holding the prana in the body from sacral chakra to the third eye, from Mula Bandha to Jalandhara Bandha. Exhale. Bottom of the exhale. Inhale. You're holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's how this goes. Inhale. I'm just not counting it every time. Hold the inhale. Exhale. Hold the exhale. Inhale. I just find it like, with your students, it might be annoying to always count it. You can do it for a couple of times and then you cease the count, or you count the whole time. Sometimes it's not annoying. Sometimes we need that. You're holding it. And then exhale. Hold the exhale. Last round. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're holding the inhale for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale for 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. You're holding that exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome job, yogis. Feel free to extend the body out. You can bring the right knee on top of the left knee, and then you can take the knees over toward the left, if that feels good, and just open up through the low back. Them breathing techniques is actually very intense. And there's one Kriya where we do the breath of fire a bunch of times in a row like that. So this is really to help prepare you for that. Feel free to bring the knees up toward the center and then uncross and go the other way. And feel free to drop it toward the left. Beautiful job in our pranayama workshop. Pranayama is beautiful. You're just going to go ahead and take final rest now. Just relax the spine toward the earth. You're just allowing the body to relax. And if you're with me, you're going to follow the sound of my voice, and I will guide you into a deep relaxation. And it's okay if you fall asleep. So you're just going to bring all of the attention to the feet. The bones of the feet, the muscles of the feet, the tendons and the joints. And then you're going to flex through the feet. Flex, 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 relax. Relax the feet. Signal to the feet that it's safe to relax. Then you're going to start to notice the ankles, around the ankles, the inner ankle, the outer ankle. And noticing the Achilles and the calf. And then squeezing the calf and the shin. Squeeze, squeeze, flex, 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 relax. Signal to the calves that it's safe to relax. Just allow the mind to rest. And just become aware of behind the knee, on top of the knee, the spongy disc of the knee. All of the little tendons and the softness of the knee. And then flex through the knees. Flex, 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 relax, relax the knees. Signal to the knees that it's safe to relax. And then begin to notice the thighs, the side of the thigh, the front of the thigh, the back of the thigh. And then flex through the thighs. Flex, 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 relax. Begin to notice the hips, the front of the hip, the side of the hip, and the psoas. It's a large muscle across the low back that goes toward the front of the hip. And then also the belly. And the abs, and then crunch through the belly, flex through the abs, flex, 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 relax. Relax the belly. Signal to the belly that it's safe to relax. Then begin to notice the chest, the sides of the body, the spine melting toward the mat, and the arms, and then squeeze the shoulders toward the ears. Squeeze, 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 relax. Relax the shoulders, relax the arms, and just notice the bicep, the tricep, the elbow, the wrists, all of the small bones of the wrist and the hand, and then bringing the fingertips in toward the palm. Clench, clench, clench a fist, relax. Relax the hands. Signal to the hands that it's safe to relax. And just let the mind's eye travel toward the neck and really feel the bones of the neck, any kind of tension in the neck. Holding up the head. Just noticing the ears, the brow, the hair, and then lift the brow toward the hairline. Lift, 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 relax. Just begin to notice the cheeks, the nasal cavity, the eyes, the teeth, the gums, the tongue, the roof of the mouth, and then clench through the teeth. Clench, 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 relax. Signal to the teeth that it's safe to relax. And just notice the back of the head where the skull hits the ground. And just start to be in this space of the silent witness, just noticing the entire body, scanning from the head all the way down to the face, to the shoulders, to the chest, to the belly, to the legs, the lower legs, and the feet. And then just imagining a cooling energy from the earth, a cleansing energy from the earth, pulling up through the feet, just washing through the body, all the way up toward the crown of the head, like a healing white light. Just sending any golden energy to any part of the body that is in need of healing today. And then enjoying the final rest here. We will all just slowly start to come back to our physical space. You can wiggle through the fingers or the toes. Rock the head side to side. And then feel free to fall over toward the left or toward the right. Yogi fetal posture. And then on the inhale, feel free to lift up into a seat. We will just close our pranayama practice today. Thank you very much for sharing your energy with me. I like to end all of my sessions with a round of Om. Feel free to join. Take a deep inhalation here. Ah. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti yogis. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you very much for sharing your practice today. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. So if anybody wanted, if you have to drop off, that's totally fine because we're at time. But if anybody wanted to share anything or how they feel, and then also real quick, tomorrow you need to have your Kriyas ready. We'll each do 15 to 20 minutes of something. So it could be one of those breathing techniques that we did today, which I'll post the video, or already pre-prescribed Kriya from the Kundalini section in here in the app, or something that you came up. Cool. Does anyone want to share anything? You guys are all asleep.
Thank you so much. I found it, I mean, it was harder for me to drop in like a little more than halfway through because I was driving for the first half of that.
Oh, okay.
So, so I did notice like, at least for me, that after that, like coming off of work and then driving and then getting home and trying to drop into it, I was like really stressed out. But one thing I wanted to ask was if we struggle, like I struggle to extend my inhales. I can, on a good day, I'm maybe going to get a 5.5 second inhale. But my exhales are really strong. And so, I like feel like I'm breathing through the diaphragm, but today, because I think that I was just coming off of work, I I felt the breath more in my chest and like in my upper ribs than I did through the belly. So what would be, I guess, like some way to work on extending the inhale?
Yeah, pretty much Ujjayi breath, like for a prolonged period of time, like
Mhm. Mhm.
like a long time, really filling your low belly. It's because you're in the chest breath all day. Yeah, so if you can do it during the day and just be like, I have to drop into my breath, give me five or something to these folks, it
Mhm.
do you a huge service. The anxiety lives in the chest breath.
Mhm.
The yogic breath is at the base of the belly. And that's in that's why the pranayama is so powerful because it makes you aware of that.
Mhm.
You're such a star seed. You guys are both like star seed, like you're like a Pleiadian. Are you into all that? Phoenix, like Pleiades, Lyran.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I
like
have a
Miracle is like from Lyra.
yeah, I haven't started it yet, but I have a Pleiadian Tantric workbook and I've been wanting to start that.
That
Yeah.
is what where our life is right now. You need to start that now. I feel like Jen comes from the Pleiades. Like, I don't know. Well, okay, so in the Filipino culture, there we have similar, but there's only four. And if I could equate it, it would be the Draco, the Orion, Arcturian, and Pleiades. They don't really talk about all the other like
Arcturian is huge. The Arcturians are really like, I mean, we owe like a lot of all of our structure to the Arcturians.
yeah, exactly. And so they name them other things, obviously. They don't call it that, but those energies come through hard in this Tantra yoga stuff too. That was a 75-minute breathing class. I'm like dying. I'm so hungry. I like ate before this too, but it stops your metabolism and then it incites it back once you're back from relaxation. All right, y'all. Well, awesome class. Love y'all. See you tomorrow with your Kriyas. It's going to be super fun. Bye. Namaste.